What it do, baby? It's your boy Parker Martucci. This is gonna be the first video that I've made since that whole dramatic this is my final video. Anyways, today I really felt an urge to talk to you guys and just feel like I need to get a message out. I've been at a point in my life, like the last couple months, where it seems like my faith in God and my religion as a Christian and a Catholic has really been at question by myself. Like, I've been questioning everything about it, the legitimacy of it. But I've recently found something that makes it true to me, and it makes something that makes sense for me for it to make sense. So I wanted to share to you guys, if there's someone out there who's watching this video that may be going through the same thing, I hope this can help you out. A little bit of background information real quick. I grew up in a Catholic house, both my parents going to church and stuff, bringing us to church every, look at that cat out there, bro. Anyways, yes, my parents bring me to church every week. My whole family, all my extended family for the most part, I would say is pretty Catholic, practicing with that. So, I mean, it's just how I grew up and it's what I've always known. But recently, I've been in college, my first year here, my freshman year, I was pretty involved with the Catholic Student Union at FSU. Met a lot of great people there. But through middle school and high school, I really never loved the aspect of adoration and speaking to Jesus and stuff like that, because it never happened to me. So I just felt like I was missing out on something. So I just felt honestly, it was kind of corny, it wasn't really happening to those people. They were just making that up, if I'm being honest. We had meetings every week last year, before the virus. It'd be once a week, for the Catholic Student Union. We'd all get together. They'd do 2 different talks. They had a lot of really good people talk to us. It was really informational. It was cool. But they also had the praise and worship aspect, which myself, I wasn't really, into that. I ended up last spring going on the spring retreat with the student union, and that also had a lot of fun on. But they focused a lot on the adoration, the singing, the worshiping, all that stuff. The whole time I was sitting there I was trying to feel something, but it seemed like everyone else was feeling it. I felt like an outsider looking in, even though I was trying to get into the same zone that they were all in. It just wouldn't happen for me. So quarantine happened, all that stuff. Nothing really changed about me. During that time, I didn't get that much closer to God. I didn't get any further. I just watched Mass online instead of going in person. And then finally fall rolls around this year, and I started going to Mass in person again with a few of my friends and my roommates. And I still feel like I have the same amount of faith. At least I did back then. I still had the same amount of faith. I still practice as much as I did, praying every night before bed. Praying for thanks before I eat my meal, giving grace, and going to church on Sundays, like I said. But towards the middle of fall semester, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because I've had to stop doing YouTube, and I don't know, I couldn't really figure out what my passion was in life. It really felt like I was at a point, you know how people have midlife crises? I feel like this was kind of quarter life crisis. I just turned 20. That's pretty much when it started happening. Not that I am afraid of getting old or anything like that. It's just, it kind of made me realize what am I doing with my life? And I think this kind of plays into that whole thing when people tell you, when you're young, you know everything. When you're old, you know nothing. I think that I felt like I knew everything, and I still feel like that as teenagers and as young adults. A lot of us often feel like we know everything in the world because we've had experiences recently in our lives, in college and maybe in high school, if you're still in high school, that it opens your eyes to other things, but you don't realize the level of detail and everything until you're a full adult later in your life. Just things, I don't even know the word for it, but things that just make you question everything. Why are we here? Is space really infinite? How big are we in the grand scheme of things? We're just little tiny ants compared to the rest of the universe, even smaller. It's crazy. So all that really kind of had me questioning, did Jesus really, was he really a person on earth? Was he just, this is what I was thought, was he just a crazy person who, he died for us? But I mean, how can we really prove that he was God's son? How can we prove that he was any different than anyone else? And that's something, that's one thing I'm still struggling with right now. It's really hard for me to get over that because there's no evidence, and I feel like I'm someone that really relies on evidence or facts to believe something. But obviously there's not too many facts besides believing in the Bible for that. And for me, just believing in the Bible, whether I like it or not, it just doesn't do me enough. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, even though I'm struggling with that, there's some things that I've learned how to restore your faith and stuff that you've wanted to believe. Like, I've always wanted to believe all this stuff, but it's just hard for me to actually fully convince my mind that it's real. I think what's really important for someone like me, and it's probably for you if you're watching this video, someone that needs to rely on evidence and facts for something to change their mind and for it to be believed real by them, you got to understand it for yourself before you understand it for someone else. So before I don't even have to believe 100% everything in the Bible. I don't have to believe everything they're teaching us. If I believe something for myself, then that's what matters. So this is gonna kind of play into other stuff, social stuff, that kind of things. I've never been someone who drinks, never do drugs, anything in that nature. And I've always just been like that. And it's not really a religious thing. Maybe like younger in my life, like when I was in middle school, early high school, that's why. But now it's just more of a morals thing. And it's just, to me, it's not up to my professional level. Like, it's not something I want to do. And it's not something that's part of my morals. And I think once you apply that to religion, instead of applying religion to that makes it make sense for you. If you just tell yourself, like, I can't be partying, I can't be doing other vices because the Bible tells me to, it's going to be a hard time for you to understand what really is doing it. And it's going to be hard for you to rely on, because it's just a belief in your mind. And it's not something that you can actually, stand by. You can stand by your beliefs, but at the end, it's not who you are. You got to actually make it part of your character. So if you're relying on just the word of people thousands of years ago who wrote the Bible, it's really hard to keep going back to that every single time you have doubts about it. So this can be applied to the other stuff, like the whole grand scheme of thing and the universe size, all that. If you believe that you have a purpose, not saying without God, but if you believe you have your own purpose in life for yourself, and that's not just for someone else, then I think you can apply that to religion. You can apply that to God. You're doing it for yourself, for God. You're doing stuff like, I'm going to work and I'm going to school so I can make money for myself and I can learn for myself. And then at the end of the day, you're still giving thanks to God. You know that it's from God. I just want to leave you guys today with the message that you need to figure stuff out for yourself first, and then you can apply that to religion. I wouldn't necessarily just base everything you do off religion and try to apply it to your life. I would do the opposite. I would try to see, what are your moral values? What do you like doing? What's your core beliefs and stuff? Then you can apply religion to that and stay faithful. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Like you saw at the beginning of the video, I can't reply to comments or anything because of NCAA rules, but I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Yeah, thank you guys for your time. I hope this helped you out. I'll see you.